I watched this documentary last year, and it's called AlphaGo. So basically, it's about the game Go and how they have developed AI to play this supposedly very complex game that's a bit like chess. I actually still don't understand the game, but so the entire documentary is about how they wanted their AI to challenge one of the best Go human players in the world, and I think someone from Korea. And that process of developing that AI, and it was quite exciting actually to watch the competition. There were three rounds. Eventually, human lost. And to me, what was most interesting to watch was the response and reaction of the human champion. And I think there must be a lot of pride and a lot of, I would say, attachment to this sense of human, that it is the human intelligence that is more alive, and it is hard maybe to accept that the machine could beat the human. But as I was watching it, it felt really therapeutic for me. In fact, it felt like a huge meditative experience. I felt this deep sense of calm watching that process of the competition, and just noticing how the human player right through his own emotions, like this first initial confidence, and then slowly begin to realize that this is not as easy as he thought. And then you can start to see the emotional changes, the striving, the need to try harder, and then the moments of surrender. And all this while, there is no one sitting opposite him. It's just the computer. And I felt like that was a huge moment of insight for me. That is when I meditate, and when we learn to meditate, that is what happened. We are taking other human beings out of the equation, and we learn to begin to just look at ourselves. It's like playing with that AI. It's almost like you are having a mirror in front of you, and you can have all kind of stories of your own, like how can people who develop this be better and whatever not. But as time goes by, you have no choice but to look at that mirror and realize that it's all you, because the AI, it does not predict. It basically just respond according to each of your move. And maybe there are certain calculations that they are doing, but each and every moment, they are not worrying, and they're not trying to intimidate anybody. It's just nothing. There's no emotions involved. It's that I'm just waiting for your next move, and I will respond based on your move. And that to me, I felt like anything can teach you how to look deeply into yourself. Not Buddha, not religion, not some kind of high-end spiritual practices, rituals. Anything in any moment, if you are willing to turn inwards and look at yourself deeply, that is the moment of possibility of so-called enlightenment. So an old mentor of mine once said that the challenge is not to find yourself, that it is to face yourself. I think that is so true in all my years of trying to improve myself or gain more understanding and knowledge about human beings and the nature of our inner workings. There is really nothing to find, because everything is really just here. You're here. But a lot of times it is the fear of facing the truth of who we really are, seeing clearly for what we really are. So would you give yourself a moment or chance to sit in a mirror, in a room full of mirrors? It doesn't matter that you might be thinking a lot initially, but eventually you will have no choice but to look very deeply at yourself. That to me, that's what meditation is about.